has been a buzz, I repeat, a buzz about imminent statehood for Jammu and Kashmir. Nothing official about it, nothing official, but there have been all these kind of headlines doing the rounds on the eve of yet another anniversary of the abrogation of 370, that Jammu and Kashmir could get imminent statehood, which I believe is a terrible idea, but some have written that J&K statehood to be restored. Buzz grows as Prime Minister and Amit Shah meet the President. Others are saying government meetings sparked the buzz of J&K statehood. The buzz is because the President has met both Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah recently. And there's also been this talk, and these are the meetings which have happened. And nobody's been told a schedule for the meetings, a reason for the meetings. There is no PIB release about what was discussed in the meeting, so people are reading a lot into it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the buzz is also because of an apparent closeness between Omar Abdullah and the centre. The Prime Minister praised Omar Abdullah while he was jogging in Sabarmati, and then Omar Abdullah also went to Gujarat, spent some time there, and himself tweeted after that, while he was being praised by the Prime Minister. So people put two and two together and said that Omar Abdullah is going to get what he wants, which is statehood for Jammu and Kashmir. But Omar Abdullah himself tweeted that that is not happening. He tweeted, "I've heard every possible permutation and combination about what to expect in Jammu and Kashmir tomorrow. So let me stick my neck out and say nothing will happen tomorrow." That is today. That's just a gut feeling. Let's see this time tomorrow. Well, Omar Abdullah, you're right. Nothing has happened. There is no statehood. And hence you could be asking, if there's no statehood, why are we discussing it? It's because, ladies and gentlemen, so many mistakes have been made in the context of Jammu and Kashmir. I'm a firm believer there should not have been elections in Jammu and Kashmir. It was premature. We should have been dealing, and I have stuck my neck out. We should be dealing with an iron hand. There should be a stronger presence of the armed forces, of the paramilitary there. The Jammu and Kashmir police has always failed to trust the Jammu and Kashmir police, to trust a state government like the Omar Abdullah government, when you know that Omar Abdullah himself takes a line very often which is convenient to him, but which is not convenient at a national level, and he plays the same political game, maybe in a milder form than what his father Farooq Abdullah has played, or his predecessor Mehbooba Mufti played. It's the same soft separatism game. And ladies and gentlemen, therefore I believe that we must remember that you had elections in Jammu and Kashmir, and then you had the Pahalgam attack. And these are the same people, Omar Abdullah, Mehbooba Mufti, Hurriyat, these are the same people who will then say the abrogation of 370 brought nothing. Here are 10 reasons, I believe, why statehood should not be reinstated in Jammu and Kashmir. Reason number one, ladies and gentlemen, national security comes first. We all saw what happened in Pahalgam. We compromised our national security by bringing in the Omar Abdullah government, and that you saw what happened. Secondly, you don't need it because legislative powers are already in place. You've had a 64% turnout. You have public, health, land, agriculture. The urban territory already controls them. There is no need to put security in the hands of Omar Abdullah or any state government for that matter. Thirdly, most importantly, statehood has failed Jammu and Kashmir in the 1990s. There were 70,000 terrorist incidents till 2017. We had 13,976 civilians killed. 5,123 soldiers lost their lives. That is when there was statehood. Fourth, Jammu and Kashmir needs stabilization. You need a period of calm and strong security measures in place in Jammu and Kashmir. Also, terrorist threats are very active. There have been so many infiltration attempts. The government or army can say anything. But the fact is, Pahalgam was proof that the counter-terror operations of the security forces are far from complete. This is not a time to change track. Overground workers and their networks are still very, very much intact. 3,700 OGWs were arrested post-Pahalgam. Is that not proof that the terrorist threat is so real, so strong? Cross-border infiltration is unabated. There have been 45 infiltration attempts, 180 drone sightings, multiple terror threats recorded in May alone. Let's not fool ourselves that you need to give statehood. Public order must stay with the center. If we have premature statehood, we risk repeating the history. But most importantly, we cannot risk a separatist surge. Do we want this Yasin, Malik, Masrat Alam, Shabir Shah, Asia Andrabi all lodged in Tihar jail? Do we want them out? Do we want them fighting elections? Do we want the Hurriyat conference to regroup? Do we want them to take the cover of a political party? No, we don't. That's a real threat. So, ladies and gentlemen, I continue to make a point here that the mistake of the Modi government was that they had elections in Jammu and Kashmir under pressure from the Supreme Court. The Modi government should not have agreed. Not have agreed. Article 355 obligates the union to protect every state against external aggression and internal disturbance. Using that, the Modi government should not have relented to pressure from the Supreme Court and allowed elections. But the Modi government allowed elections, and you had elections on 7th October 2024. You had the Pahalgam attack on 22nd April 2025, 198 days after the state elections. Tell me, do you agree with me? Did elections in Jammu and Kashmir solve anything? No. Will statehood to Jammu and Kashmir solve anything? No. It will only complicate things.